California, California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-D-M-V. All reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California, 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 no place like California. Fresh off a flight to Boston, got a BZ and minute right to Austin, most likely flossing, tight, exhausted, high as a forklift, out in Colorado. Any given afternoon, you can catch a hollow. Honestly, it's the same out in Richmond, Virginia or California, either state you can get it. I done seen everywhere from Russia to Delaware. Trust me, I'm well aware. Barcelona to Bel Air, Petty to the Detroit. Don't tell him he saw how heavily he balls. Every project, every seashore. And I ain't content trying to see more nomadic. I probably wind up alone. All it takes is a melody to remind me of home. I've been to New York, come on, Texas, yeah, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California, California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-D-M-V. All reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California, California, California. No place like California. C-A all day. C-A D-M-V-M-I-A over my C-A Sean.
I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. It would be no surprise if today's matchup turns into a grinded-out affair. The Rams are top 10 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Dolphins, who will need to find a way to move the football. With that, we'll send you out west to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California, where we'll hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we haven't had NFL football in this city for 22 years, but football is back here in Los Angeles. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Rams. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Play action. It's Smith. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrell Freeman. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Pryor has it complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Prescott to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Here's the option going right. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
A second down throw for Prescott. His throw caught right around the 6. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Then Charles, a good catch there and a first down.
Brandon, excellent execution. Quarterback knew where the ball had to be placed. The receiver knew where the first down line was.
So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On second down, Ryan Matthews. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets a tone for the offense.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. And they'll run it here. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Ryan Matthews, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And oh, he kicked it out of bounds. That's a big penalty.
And this is where the rest of the team turns and stares at the kicker and says, you have one job. Execute it.
On first down, it's Smith. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 4 yards remaining now on second down. Prescott now on second down. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
The left side completion to Jones. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. The defense here for the Rams.
Bud Dupree came out of the University of Kentucky determined to let everyone know that they play football there as well as basketball. A terrific pass rusher off the edge.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. On play action, Prescott. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Terrell Pryor that time. Third down here.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. On third down, it's Prescott. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. Back deep is T.Y. Hilton. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over first and 10. The one running back is Gurley. And they'll give it to him here. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 9. And let's run through the Dolphins defense.
Dontari Poe emerged young player and continues to make big plays.
On second down, here's Smith. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. These guys told us, these guys being the coaches, they wanted to really stretch the field, get the ball down deep. They were able to do that here.
And you know when you stretch the field, you often leave guys in one-on-one situations, and that allows your better athletes to go up and get the football. I love the preparation that they put into this. They made it a priority, and they got what they expected.
A couple of Dolphins in on the stop.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Out of the gun, Smith. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line.
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
On first and goal, Gurley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Here's Smith now on second down. That's caught at the 2. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Green with a catch left side. 13 yards there on the pickup, and that leads to a Los Angeles first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he's brought down. 12 yards on the pickup, and the Rams are going to get a first down.
In scouting parlance, if you really like a player, they ask if you're going to pound the table for him. Well, when Todd Gurley came out of Georgia, I stood on a table and did backflips. Even with the knee injury he suffered his last year there, I thought he was one of the best runners I'd seen come into the game since Adrian Peterson.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Smith. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Offense needs 11. Have to think pass here on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And I don't don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come out here in the eye. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Second down now after the incompletion. A second down throw for Prescott. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Prescott from the gun on third. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. John Simon in there to drop it for a loss of 10, and it'll be fourth and long. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They send Green to the left on his own. To throw on second down is Smith. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And some space here. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On 1st and 10, Smith. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Prescott to throw it. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
The left side completion to Jones. 11 yards for number 11.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and that'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Caught on the left side by Ginn. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Third down and 3. Third and short yardage. Prescott. It's caught. Jones. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Throwing. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Ryan Matthews with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 on the pickup there. And it'll be a Los Angeles first down. They come out here in the eye. Gurley again here on first down. And some room to roam now. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. And the offense lining up first and 10. Now a play fake here. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by C.O. Moore. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. But some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. A shotgun snap for Smith. Looking deep downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Out of the gun, Smith. This will be caught at about the 6. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Smith throwing again. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. T.Y. Hilton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. The Rams kickoff team on the field. And here we go with the ball in the air. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT. Caught on the right side by Jones. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll come out in the pistol. Prescott on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And oh, what a catch! And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Julio Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Condifon for the PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Rams to go now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Smith on first down. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot here before break. Smith, he's going to try and go deep again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Prescott now on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. 2nd down, Prescott. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's brought down. 11 yards for number 11.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, the head coach is out of challenges now for the rest of the game. I'm not too sure he wouldn't like to have a few more challenges in his pocket.
And when they first started challenges in the NFL, people were wondering what's the right amount.
Yeah, I'm not sure that there's a flat-out determination, but I do like where we are because I think it does leave strategy in the game, and the head coach has to make a decision about when exactly is the right time to pull the challenge flag.
On the return, here's C.J. Spiller. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now Gino on first down, and they'll set up the screen to Gurley. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it'll be first down Rams.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
A couple of Dolphins in on the stop.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now 3rd down, less than a yard. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On 1st and 10, Smith punches with a catch over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, a ball may come your way.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe-tapping, and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Fresh set of downs here. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Wright's got it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
That's complete right around the 8. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Now Spiller, the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play. Yeah. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Second down now after the pass completion. Throwing now is Gino. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Smith on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Hey, that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
A couple of Dolphins in on the stop.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd down following the run. From the gun, here's Smith. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's 3rd down. A solid pass breakup that time by Joe Hayden.
Good to see him out there on the field, moving around, playing well. Joe Hayden, if you talk to the NFL guys, when you list the best corners in the game, Joe Hayden's name always comes up for reasons we just saw, just like that.
Here's Smith underneath to Spiller. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. And they're going to speed things up here.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now here come the Dolphins. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Second down, Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Out of the gun, Smith. His throw caught right around the 6. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They run, it's Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the 4th. And his kick is good. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run it.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley with a career-high 4-touchdown game. And the Rams take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Abdullah, the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, if they're out there, we'll see if they can pick those things back up. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Julio Jones, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Here's Smith now on second down. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And now they're in the hurry up. Back to throw, Smith. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They try right side here. Gurley. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. To throw on second down is Smith. Going up top. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Oh, and the defender took some liberties there with a late hit, roughing the passer.
The league has done a great job of defining what is a late hit. An illegal contact on a quarterback, the defenders really have to get in line.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Jonathan Casillas there on the tackle. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
But it was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
A nickelback added defensively. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Smith now to throw. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it but was a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Back to throw. He's got time. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And all the way down to the 29. A big play that time for the Dolphins. And even 40 yards. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He's back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He'll look to throw. Pryor has it complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they want. On it, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Let's go!
Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That one good for 10 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays.
And he's in for the touchdown, and barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game.
And now we've got a tie game after that touchdown. And you and I both know what that means. Extra point in this situation, this little time left, takes on some extra emphasis, doesn't it?
It does indeed. Now inside the final minute, can they get it and hold on? And they have got the lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Smith. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And an alley to run. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. 20. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
I think it'd be real easy here to focus on maybe a defensive breakdown with that type of a play in this situation. But let's give a little bit of credit here. That type of play is clutch.
Boy, it was clutch, but to turn it back to the defense, how crushing is that? You think you've got this thing won, and in the last moments, almost literally, you lose it.
Snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So some drama down to the very end of this ball game, Charles, on that final kickoff. They were hoping to break free, some sort of miracle play, but they couldn't do it.
They had a chance, and that was their only opportunity to try and bring it all the way back. As you noted, they weren't able to get that done, but at least they had the shot. What a tremendous game to be this close and this well contested.
So for L.A., they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Rams are victorious here as we say so long from Exposition Park in L.A.
just ain't out to feeling drunk.